And we're live, Newsday Tuesday. I'm your host, Rome, on the Rome Show podcast with my friend Len Besthoff. How you doing, Len?
Rome, you are looking good. I like the tie.
Thank you. It's time to get classy now.
It's always good to mix it up.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah. And that's why I'm giving you this background. This is not a green screen. This is my backyard. And I want to share it with you and your viewers and listeners just because it's such a beautiful time of the day. It's 60, 59 degrees here. I'm just wearing a few layers, but it's beautiful. The sun comes from the east and hits my house. So it's always a pretty time of the day. I will warn you, I have the dogs out here. Right now, they're being quiet. We'll see if we can get through this. I've already fed them. I've given them a little loving, so they should be calm. And hopefully, they're just going to hang out in the yard. Right, guys? Right. Don't even give them any attention. They'll be coming over here. Oh, there they go. We may have some hunting about to start here. We'll let you know if we
Oh
get a
boy.
kill. Anyway, you might get an introduction to the dogs here, but I thought this background was so nice. It's such a pretty time of the year. I will tell you that the pollen is starting to accumulate, but it is pretty. So before I start sneezing, I'll get cooking here. How about we start with the fun stuff? There's a lot this time of the
Yeah.
year. All right, we'll lead off.
All right. So I'll start with food dish, not the healthiest, but chicken and bacon pizza. Gotta have that like once in the sky blue.
Yeah, I had a burger with bacon over the weekend. It was awesome,
Those are
awesome.
good.
You got to do that. In my case, what did I do? Oh yeah, so equally bad, equally bad. So you and I are both going on the road to perdition here when it comes to the food. Um, just to my right here is our grill. I'm not going to pan over and show you, but hot dogs on the grill Sunday night. With this great weather we're getting, you should be getting outside, and the least you could do is go out and grill. Whether you got like a Weber kettle and charcoal briquettes or a gas grill, and oh my gosh, great, great, just hot dogs. But you always want to have a something that gives it a little bit of pizzazz, a little something different. So Mrs. B sliced up some avocados, put those in with the hot dog. So slightly redeeming. I had some superfood. So that was
Yeah. Grilled hot dogs are good.
good. Yeah, I love a grilled
Do
hot
you,
dog. Little,
you
little
put
gotta
chili
have a
on
little
it or
char.
no?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Like if it's available. Absolutely. Chili, onions, jalapenos, cheese, everything. I want everything on it. I love a
Yeah.
good hot dog. Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
so good. Can't go wrong with that.
It's that time of the year. I'm thinking of going to a Yard Goats game, get me one of those big foot long hot dogs. Those are the best. With lots of chili, cheese. Yeah, it'll be just a mess. It'll just be a mess. I'll be wearing it.
Yeah. Yargo season. Got a lot of games coming up, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if they're home today because if they are, they're going to get a lot of people watching the game. It's supposed to hit, I think, 77 in Hartford today. We're in the middle of May here, early May. So that's a nice kind of day, a bonus day. It's the kind of day you really don't want to be going into work. So that's why it's like, yeah, let's do the Rome show outside today. Let's take advantage while
Yeah.
we can. You know, it's this or be on the golf course, which we're going to get to there, Rome. So that's a good segue to sports.
So me is Tina Charles. She officially announced her retirement after 15 seasons.
It's it's incredible these UConn women's players' names. They just get embedded in your brain, and you think they're going to just play forever. But eventually, they got to retire too. But she had quite a career. Um, all kinds of eyes on UConn players, whether it's the current ones, the former ones playing in the WNBA, which is just blowing up now, which is great. Sadly, we're not going to have a team for just another year, but of course, you can catch a lot of that on NBC Connecticut. We're partners with the Sun this season, and then they're moving to Houston. Um, but yeah, Tina Charles, what a career! What a
Yeah,
career
she
from
had
UConn all the way to the bigs.
she had a good career.
Hmm. Hmm. You got any stats?
She was the number one pick in the overall in 2010 draft. She was a 2012 MVP. She also was All Star 9 times and an All Star WNBA.
Okay, she's earned a rest.
Yeah,
I think that's a great career, and good for her. And I'm sure she'll be staying close. Usually basketball players or any athletes, they either stay very close to the sport or they go in the whole other direction. There's no middle ground.
right.
So we'll see what she does. And I wish her the best. So
Yeah,
for sports on my end, I started talking about it. Golf. Yeah. Giants fan, always. But, when it comes to the sports that I'm barely capable of doing, golf is one of them. Uh, and boy, this is just the best weather. I'm telling you right now, Rome, if I was not working today, I would be golfing today. This is this is the best weather. But I will tell you, I've got an amazing wife. And on Sunday, remember the weather was sort of, it was windy. It's like 55 degrees. It was cloudy. But she
yeah,
looked at the forecast and she said, look at like 5 o'clock. The wind dies down. It's going to actually, temperature's going to go up just a little bit to like 60 degrees and the sun's going to come out. And she was able to score a tee time at 5 o'clock at Goodwin Golf Course in Hartford. That's a really nice public course in Hartford. And we were able to both do 9 holes walking for $21 each on a Sunday.
nice.
And let me tell you something. I don't want to go off here, but I will a little bit. People have no idea how great it is to be a golfer in Connecticut. Like Rome, I know you're interested in golfing, and brother, you picked the right state because there is so much golf here, and it is so inexpensive. If you look, you can spend a lot of money on golf if you want. But I mean, Mrs. B and I had a choice of places to golf. Last minute, 9 holes, walking, but 20 to 30 dollars. I mean, that's nothing. And I've seen it cheaper than that. It's in the teens sometimes. It might be in the 50s degrees wise, but you're walking. You don't feel it. I mean, I got 4,000 steps in doing 9 holes. So there you go.
Pretty
There's
good.
my golf soliloquy. And we're going to get you out there, Rome, because
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we were thinking NBC Connecticut, we have a group of folks that go out at 7 in the morning when the weather's nice. Today would have been one of those days. Maybe we're going to have to do a Rome show from the golf course.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice.
Would you do that?
Yeah, that'll be
It could be
cool.
different. Maybe you come and you golf with us and you edit, a small piece, and that could be our thing for the week.
Yeah,
I don't know. Or it could be bonus coverage. Hey, it's your program. You decide.
yeah.
Um, Other entertainment here. I got a good one for this week, but let's have you go first.
Movie. Um, Old movie. It's a classic movie. I've been watching a lot of classic movies, but 101 Dalmatians, the movie, not the cartoons.
Was that? Oh, there was a famous actress in that. What is her name? Very famous. She was in Fatal Attraction also. She's the evil woman.
Oh, Cruella Deville.
Yes, yes, that's a famous actress who's plays that. And golly, I got to admit, movies is my weak spot. You have been good about doing a lot of these classic movies lately, and I give you tip of the hat, tip of the hat, because you know, knowing those classic movies, great in trivia, it's just to be a good, well-rounded person too. So,
Yeah,
was it enjoyable? 101
yeah.
Dalmatians? Yeah,
Oh yeah, I love the classic movies.
I do too. I'm at the point I've seen so many that it's like I just want to see new stuff now. Although I'm a walking contradiction because what I'm going to tell you for entertainment is something I've seen a gazillion times, but there's a twist. So on Wednesday, which is this week, we're doing this podcast. Mrs. B and I are going to a play because this is our entertainment stuff, the fun stuff that we're talking about on the Rome program. Um, And this week we're going to go to this play. It's a children's production. It's a children's theater called the Children's Associated Summer Theater of Manchester. And you're saying, well, LB, it's not the summer, but they do programs throughout the year. And so they're doing Frozen. You've heard of Frozen, right?
Yeah.
Ariel and all that stuff. So they're doing Frozen Kids Edition coming up this week, and I know one of the kids that's in it. So Mrs. B and I are going to go support her. And, it's a theater that our daughters were involved with oh so long ago. I'm still involved with the Children's Associated Summer Theater of Manchester. I'm the celebrity guest host for their annual golf tournament, which is going to be August 14th. If we can get your golf game up that high by that point, we'll get you golfing. It's $99. You get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a full day of golf. Still just $99. You're never going to get that anywhere else. There's my plug. Done with that. But I've been golfing a lot. Had a good day on Sunday. The weather, when you're out on a golf course, and it's like this, and there's no wind, and I'm in the middle of Hartford, beautiful American city. Certainly, it's got its issues, but you're on a public course in Hartford, and all you hear are the birds and the grass you see, and everything's really all well groomed on the course because they've been doing some renovations at Goodwin. It was just a wonderful few hours out there, and I encourage everybody to get out there and try golfing because you don't have to be good. Basically, it's just getting a walk in, and you hit a few golf balls also.
Yeah. They have so many beautiful golf courses too around
Yeah,
Connecticut.
yeah. I've done the range at Stanley. I've golfed, in Glastonbury at Minnechaug. I've golfed Hartford. Hartford has two amazing courses. You've got Keeney on the north end and Goodwin on the south end, which are outstanding. They've renovated the courses. People come from all over the country to golf Keeney because it's a classic course that was built, I believe, in the 20s, the 1920s. But don't
Oh
get me
wow.
going off on golf. We got to stay to Tuesday News Day. I'll go on and on, but Rome, we're going to get you out there. We got a lot of news today, and I'm not going to lie. I never lie, but I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's a lot of serious news today. We've had a
Okay.
lot of big cases in Connecticut with children either allegedly being abused or neglected. Certainly, you've heard about the case of S, the guy who was allegedly kept in the home in Waterbury for 20 plus years in captivity by his family, and there were questions about DCF involvement or lack thereof there. There have also been questions in the Mimi Torres Garcia case. And so now, that's the young lady in New Britain who was 11 years old. Her body was found behind an abandoned building a year after she apparently had passed, or roughly thereabouts. All this stuff has the legislature saying, well, wait a minute, do we need to make some reforms? And there is one bill that has gotten through because a lot of these cases, there was homeschooling involved, where the allegation was that the parents pulled the kids out of homeschool to avoid scrutiny. Because a lot of times schools are the first line of defense against child abuse because teachers see bruising or the kids are wearing the same clothes every day and they're not bathing and things like that. So schools often report this. And so when a parent decides to homeschool, at least the belief by some is that that is avoidance. Others will argue that 99.9% of all homeschooling parents love their children. And that argument may not be incorrect. Either way, this is what the legislature has done. This was passed very late, went almost all the way to midnight, Monday night, May 4th, at the legislature. They passed a bill that's sparking a lot of pushback from homeschool families. And what it's done is it requires all parents to complete a form indicating whether their child attends public or non-public school or will be homeschooled. They have to fill out this form now. Right now in Connecticut, you don't have to even tell the school district. You could just pull your kid. I mean, it would probably have some repercussions, but you can do that. There's no strict law on this. If the parents are withdrawing their children for the first time, there will be a check with the Department of Children and Families. If the DCF finds an open case, the child cannot be withdrawn from school. That's pretty serious. So this
Yeah.
is a big change. A previous version of the bill required homeschooling parents to also prove the education that they're providing is on par with the public school system, but that requirement was taken out. That's where we're at now. This is going to require the governor's signature. We'll probably have an update for you on a later Rome podcast. Other big news in the hardware city of New Britain, tough stuff. Hundreds of workers at Stanley have been facing layoffs, and now those layoffs have begun. They've apparently started with some of the hourly employees. It always stinks when you have a local factory that's closing. A lot of people depend upon these jobs. This was announced several months ago. It's going to impact about 300 workers. Rosie, got our puppy here. Hey, girly. I need you to be quiet. Hi, kids. I have two dogs. Rosie, come on. Oh, she sees the neighbor's dog. The funny thing is, the neighbor's dog is deaf. Come here. Yep. We're going to make you, you're going to bark. You're going to be on the show. She doesn't want to talk to you, Rome, or me. She just wants to go be her predator herself. All right. Anyway, you tell me if it's too annoying and I'll put him inside.
Nah, sorry.
Okay. All right, we'll give it a shot. No, we won't. Hold on. Pause for 1 second.
All right.
All right, kids. That's it. Come on. Let's go. Dad's got to do a podcast. Come on. Come on. Come on, Tico. Give you a treat. Oh, yeah, they eat. Come here. High value stuff. Sit. You guys got to stay inside. All right. Rome, you're going to have fun editing this. All right. Back to the news. We were talking about Stanley Black & Decker. This is affecting about 300 workers. And those cuts have started. It's tough stuff. You know,
Yeah.
New Britain's the hardware city, and it's tough when you lose a company that, you know, has been making hardware for years. What they're saying is that there's been reduced demand for certain measuring tapes. That's what this factory does. They make, you know, the tape measure kind of things. Big news down in Milford. This is an interesting approach. Community members are pushing the city to create an ordinance to combat human trafficking. So what they're doing is they're going to try to educate people. And that sounds very lofty, but they actually got a plan. They're going to require hotel and motel staff, along with truck stop workers in the city of Milford, to be educated on the issue of human trafficking and to recognize the signs. It's actually a good idea because there are a lot of places along the highway where there's transient workers who, you know, might be truck drivers, delivery people, salespeople that will go to some of these daily or even hourly motels. They do still exist. I think they may have got a law that outlawed them now, actually, but hold me on that. But either way, they want to educate motel workers, truck stop workers to the signs for human trafficking. This is not without precedent. The city of Waterbury passed its own ordinance banning hourly motel and hotel rentals. There you go, in 2025. So it is a thing, these hourly rentals. And this is what's being done to combat human trafficking, which certainly has been in the news quite a bit more in the last 5 or 10 years as awareness has increased. And that's all the news I got today, Rome, from the oasis where the sun has gone down a little bit. But
Yeah,
it'll
it
come
went
back.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Good news. Good news. A lot of stuff going on.
oh my gosh. A lot of stuff going on and really nice weather. But you and I will be working today. But that's okay. You know, hopefully we
Yeah.
can get out by 5 or 6 o'clock and enjoy some of this. And enjoy the rest of the week. And I'll see you next Tuesday.
All right. See you next Tuesday.
Take care, Rome. Who knows where I'll be.
Take care.
See you, Rome.
See you.